Hello again. My version of the Paiute deadfall trap, but without all the fancy stuff. So let's get to it. For this trap, it's a deadfall trap. All you're basically going to need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to make the trap, not including the deadfall weight. You could say 6. So part 1, the load bearing piece of wood. I've got a piece of wood here that's approximately, I don't know, 18 inches long. I've not done any fancy carving on this, just taken it, literally snapped the end off. As you can see on there, it's rough and ready. The opposite end, I did actually saw that end, but I've not done any fancy knife work to it. All I've done is I've carved a notch onto the top side of this, approximately 1.5 to 2 inches in. Basically that's just to help secure a piece of paracord that I've tied onto that, which 18 inches long this is approximately, which onto the other end I've tied a small toddle. I don't know what that is, maybe 3, maybe 4 inches. I've done a small bit of carving around the centre just to help the paracord bite into. You don't have to do that. Anyway, that's going to become part of the trigger mechanism. So we've got a piece of wood with a piece of paracord tied onto, and on the other end a toddle. So you could say 1, 2, 3 pieces. The fourth piece is the ground stick. This is going to go into the ground. This is approximately 12 inches, a foot long. Again, I've really just snapped this and chamfered it just to make it a bit prettier, but nothing fancy. The other end just roughly cut through, no fancy carving at all. So 12-inch stick basically. That's going to be the ground stick. And then the bait stick, in this case I've used a piece of thin garden cane. It can be a stick, it doesn't have to be straight, it doesn't need to be anything fancy, as thick or thin as you like. I'll show you what that's used for in a minute. So, ground stick into the ground, onto which I apply the load bearing stick. This has got a natural bending, so I'm going to use that to my advantage as a fulcrum, as a leverage point, like so. Just adjust the camera here so you can get a better view. So if you can imagine my hand and arm again being the load, whether it be a log, a slab, whatever the load, the deadfall is going to be, I've got that natural fulcrum wanting to fall away. So what I do is, to set the trap, the cordage onto which I've tied the small toddle, I wrap around the base of the ground stick once, like so, creating tension. That's all taut now. If I let go of the toddle, that flies out, the whole thing collapses. You can see where I'm going with this. It's dead simple, it's not hard. So I wrap around the toddle, and for demonstration purposes I'm letting that go. But what you do then is you attach the bait stick to this side of the toddle, and the opposite end of the bait stick you place under the deadfall load. If this isn't making sense, I'm going to cut to the next video which shows you this this trap set. Dead simple, it's not hard. I'm doing it rough and ready like this, not because I can't do it any other way, purely because I want to show you how rough and ready you can do this. You know, it's so simple. This is literally a snapped piece of stick. You know, it's not hard. So like all my videos, it's got to be simple, reliable and effective. So anyway, I've showed you the components basically. I'm going to end it here, and hopefully you'll watch part 2 of this, where I actually set this thing up and hopefully catch myself a nice big fat juicy devil. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Mad Dog signing off.